Good morning. How are you doing? Today is December 6th, 2022. I had a few moments because I've been up for like 7 hours already. I went to bed too early last night because I couldn't hang. At the end of my workday, I was barely, barely hanging on. That's what happens when you have chronic fatigue, along with other things. Well, anyway, I didn't resist the urge. I gave in to the urge to fall asleep, and that's what I did. Unfortunately, because I went to bed too early, I got up at an inopportune time. But any time above ground is good, wouldn't you say? Anyway, I wanted to share with you a few things that I had written about on this same day years and years ago. One of the things that stood out to me was, what are your motives? What are your motives or your motivation for doing anything? Like when you're trying to make new friends, are you trying to make friends that help you grow? Are you trying to make friends that are on your same level and you can both climb the ladder of success together? Or are you a manipulator? I've seen examples of all three. And I think I'll start with the third one because that's where I see most of. When people try to manipulate someone else, they'll try to use their influence, they'll try to use a position, they'll try to manipulate with money. Like you're trying to buy a friendship, or say, for instance, that person is friendly towards you, but that person might not really be a friend. That person is just a nice person. But because you have an agenda, or you want to be known, or you want, say, if that person knows a lot of people, and you want to get to know some of those same people. So you're doling out cash to be recognized. And if a person's not careful, you manipulate. A manipulator is a person that gets offended when they can't have their way. When what they put into place is not working, or they're staying longer than they should have. Always know when to make your exit. Because when you stay in something too long, anything that's too long past the expiration date, it's never good. Move on. If you were friends, you don't have to tell a person's business. You don't have to speak if you actually were a friend. Don't talk bad about the person, just move on. I never had a lot of friends. Not that I'm not friendly. That's just me. And I don't foresee that changing anytime soon. But I'm a friendly person. And I just think that's just the way I'm set up. I'm friendly. And when it's time to go, I go. It's just crazy. It's crazy to me. Because I can see this stuff happening, but I don't know people well enough to say something to them. The only time I address something is when something is directed towards me, or if my name is called, or if my name is put in something, and I know I'm going to defend myself. That's just me. But it just feels sad. It's sad to see an older person, like when you argue with a younger person. That's just not. I don't do that. The only time I'll argue with someone that's younger than me is if I'm receiving bad customer service. Because I'm like, if you don't like people, why choose a field where you have to deal with people on a daily basis? I may argue with a younger person if it concerns work. You know, you can tell when someone's BS. They haven't done something, but they've been lying, telling everybody else they've done it already. But when the deadline approaches, they're not prepared. And if you're over them, you'll get blamed for it too. I'm talking about them type of people. That's the only time I'll fuss. And of course, I fuss with my nieces and nephews when they're about to do something dumb. That's just me. We're friendly towards each other. I can truly say some of my older nieces, older nephews, we're actually friends. We've formed a friendship because I'm no longer that disciplinarian in their life. I've earned their respect already, and now we can be friends. But some folks get it confused. I think it's because they're having conversations in their heads, and they think these strangers know them and actually owe them something. They don't owe you nothing. They don't. If you feel used, it's because you placed yourself in that position to be used. Learn from it and just move on. I hope what I'm saying, even though to me it sounds like I'm rambling, that someone will get a hold of this and actually change a few things. If you have to tear someone else down to make yourself feel good, then you really aren't worth knowing. And what you have to say, I don't want to hear it. I just don't. I like to be in an environment that I can learn from. And one thing I had to work on is my patience level. I always want to be quick to just, okay, I'm done with it, like that. I'm learning not to be like that because I've missed a lot of stuff by being like that. So thank you for the lessons, and I hope you'll take this as encouragement. You have a wonderful day, and hopefully it'll stop raining here, and I will too. God bless. Bye.